Rumors are that allegedly the entire Real Housewives of Atlanta producing team is about to be let go. What happened? Well, I have some new information that may answer that question and more right after this. What's up, kinfolk, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, do me a favor and subscribe. And if you already are subscribed, do me a favor and get notified so you'll know whenever I upload new videos to the channel. Alright, kinfolk, come on into the house. We have a lot to talk about, and it centers around rumors that allegedly the network is about to let go of the Real Housewives of Atlanta producing team. What happened? Well, I have some new information that may answer that question and more, and here it goes. Rumors are that allegedly the network has decided to do a complete revamp of the entire Real Housewives of Atlanta producing team. The source said, like fans, the network allegedly knows that season 15's mixed reviews were not the complete fault of the ladies. The storylines were there, the narratives were there, and also the drama. Clearly, production dropped the ball on the ladies and fans this season. Also, what allegedly is also frustrating to the network is the fact that the production team won't take accountability for their lackluster efforts. The source continued, Bravo was allegedly initially very pleased with filming and with rumors from the ground during season 15 filming that the ladies were bringing their A game, which they did, but unfortunately, the production team did not. So, the question is the network about to do an entire reboot of the Real Housewives of Atlanta producing team? Well, an industry insider said, rumors are, behind the scenes, we can expect a huge shakeup with at least allegedly letting go of 80% of the current production team and requesting an entire near new team of producers. Ironically enough, the network is allegedly looking to replace the Real Housewives of Atlanta producing team with fresh faces and fresh skill sets. They want new, untainted minds working on the show, said the source. Their reasoning is because, allegedly, it seems that the older, veteran producers are either lost or have lost their touch, or they have lost their excitement for their jobs and working with the ladies. So, a new team should help the network fix that issue, ended the source. All sources agree that Real Housewives of Atlanta needs new producing minds at the franchise. A source said, allegedly, the network took to heart the things Kenya said regarding this season's producing and felt that she was right on some things, especially when it came to producing the ladies. Allegedly, the network has decided to only let go of about 2 peach holders and, once again, revamp the entire Friend of the Show cast, something fans will be relieved to hear. Real Housewives of Atlanta, said the source, is Bravo's staple franchise, and so are the ladies. They deserve to be protected at all costs and respected when it comes to editing and producing the show. Kenya wasn't the only housewife upset with the season's lacking of good A1 storylines and quality editing that the franchise is known for. So, the source said, if the ladies continue to use their voice for change, then the network may also go even further to bring Real Housewives of Atlanta back to its glory days. Now, kinfolk, that was a lot of information regarding this rumor that I got over the weekend about an alleged complete reboot of the Real Housewives of Atlanta producing team. And kinfolk, I cannot say that I'm not too surprised, but I'm not too surprised really because of this first reason. Now, when it comes to the ratings they held, right? It showed that the fans were willing to give season 15 a fair shot. They wanted to see the ladies win. They wanted to see the ladies and their storylines, reach some type of good ending for all the ladies this season. And so fans kept watching. And that the ratings also were decent enough, if not perfect, for my sources are saying, getting over 1 million some views each week over all platforms, that, you know, it really didn't require an entire cast reboot. So with that being said, I can see how, you know, the ratings probably have played a big part in keeping the ladies in place. But the fact that the fans were complaining, it really did put a spotlight on the production team. And it made, and what my sources are saying, allegedly that the network, it made them take notice to, you know, some of the flaws that production had been doing, and especially for a couple of seasons now. This is not the first time that fans were complaining about, you know, the way certain scenes were edited, the way certain ladies were being edited as well. It's just that this season, the storylines would get there. And the fans were expecting to see so much more from this season that when it came down to the editing, it left everyone just very stunned that they did not use some of the great footage that we all know that they had. Also, what I think put a big spotlight on the production team was the lack of storyline continuity. It's like you'll start one storyline and then like they'll finish it or just forget about it and then move on to something else. That lack of continuity when it came to the storylines, I think, is really what frustrated the fans the most, because it left them wanting more. And it became then not so much about, you know, high, good, decent ratings, but it also became an issue with the quality of the show that the producers were producing. Now, kinfolk, the other part of this room that I do find very believable is this. I do believe that production has gotten very complacent and lazy when it comes to Real Housewives of Atlanta. I think it was Funky Dineva who made the same comment this week. It just seems like the production has gotten lazy. It's like they know what fans want to see, right? Of course, you know, we want to see the women doing great, positive, successful things in their lives, but we also want the shade and the drama. And it seems as if like the network, well, the producing team, only really focus on the fights and hyping the fights up. And the thing about that is the editing was so bad that we really didn't have a lot of context behind a lot of the fights. It just seems as if, all right, episode 1, fight. All right, filler episode, fight, filler episode, fight. And so we never got any kind of type of understanding or context of what it is that, you know, or what the message was, or the storyline, or the narrative that the ladies were trying to create, or the production team was trying to create with certain situations and certain fights and certain arguments. So with that being said, it really did come off as if the production team was just being lazy. And so I could see why allegedly the network is looking for fresh minds, untainted minds to come in and just really revamp the show. And probably they will, if you are to believe this rumor, and if they do bring in 80% new producing team, and get rid of allegedly the other 80%, then we can probably believe and expect that next season could be better. But kinfolk, the next part of this rumor that I do find very interesting about Kenya and her alleged plan for the franchise is this. I think Kenya's plan worked. Now, that's if she had a plan, allegedly. So this is all speculation in my opinion. But it seems as if she had a plan to bring this to network's attention. And it looks like she did it through the vehicle of Carlos King's podcast. People were wondering, why was Kenya so vocal about the things that were going on behind the scenes? And I think it's kind of like how when you're at your job and your manager is being just very difficult and just acting crazy, but it's like nobody would do anything about it. Like you go to HR like, okay, we'll do something. They don't really do anything about it. Nothing changes. You go to the other manager or whoever else in your leadership role in your company or at your job, and nothing really changes. So then you just have to go straight to the CEO or the owner of the company or the job that you're working at. And I kind of feel like that is what Kenya did. I do feel like that she probably did try to work with the production team. She probably did try to, make certain things happen. But I think she just probably got tired of just hitting that constant brick wall, which I believe is a very valid reason to get frustrated, especially when you're behind the scenes and you're filming and you knowing the storylines are there, when you're knowing that the narratives are there and the production team is just dropping the ball and ignoring them altogether. So I can see why that could be frustrating to Kenya. So if you are to believe that she had this big plan to try to get the network's attention, that the production team just was not doing their jobs, then one could think that, hey, I guess that plan really did work because, allegedly the network has taken notice. Now, kinfolk, the last part of this rumor that I do find very plausible, but I think it could be the best thing for the franchise, and it's this. Rumors are that allegedly the season may be pushed back a couple of months until the new production team, or if they decide to keep the old production team, unfortunately, that it's gonna be pushed back, but I think it'll be pushed back for a good reason. I think that when it comes to casting, they really do have the formula. Maybe get rid of 1 or 2 people and add 1 or 2 people. I really do believe that if they do push this season back, it's not going to be because of the ladies and the casting. It's going to be to get a new production team in. And I think that's going to take the new production team some time to get acclimated to the ladies and whatnot. That's why my sources believe that they only would probably get rid of allegedly 80% of the team and leave about 20% in place. Now, how much is 20? I'm not sure. It could be 2 or 3, but they would definitely need anchor producers to help the new producers come in and learn the ropes and get to know the ladies and get to learn their way of doing things. But with that being said, I do feel like that season 16 has the potential to be a great season. There are some storylines that are yet to be developed. There are some ladies who my sources are saying want to come back, both OG and veteran housewives, and if they are brought back into the mix, it can or could bring great things for the network, especially in terms of ratings and getting the network back to the golden era of Real Housewives of Atlanta. But kinfolk, I want to know what you guys think. If you are to believe this rumor that the network is allegedly about to get rid of 80% of the production team, do you think it's needed, or do you think the production team should stay intact and they just should revamp the cast of ladies yet again? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Alright, kinfolk, as always, if you enjoyed this video, please like, share, subscribe, and comment. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.